Hello everybody and welcome to our maths lesson for Thursday. Today you are learning to partition and represent two-digit numbers. By the end of the lesson you will be able to show ways of partitioning two-digit numbers. Now let's think, remember and connect. Now we know that the numbers from 0 all the way up to 9 are our single digit numbers. Our two-digit numbers are all the numbers from 10 all the way through to 99. Now we're going to get warmed up this morning and we're going to practice counting in ones. I want you to start at the number 1 and count all the way up to 100. Pause the video and count now. Now let's do another little warm-up. This will get our brain working and ready for the lesson. Let's read, then spell these two-digit number words. The first one is 32. Let's spell it together. T-H-I-R-T-Y hyphen T-W-O. The next number word is 24. Spell it with me. T-W-E-N-T-Y hyphen F-O-U-R. 24. The next one is 83. Let's spell it together. E-I-G-H-T-Y hyphen T-H-R-E-E 83. Let's try another one. The next one is 55. Spell it with me. F-I-F-T-Y hyphen F-I-V-E 55. The last two-digit number word that we're going to say and spell together is 96. We're going to spell the 90 first, N-I-N-E-T-Y hyphen, and then we're going to spell the 6, S-I-X, 96. Now, you will be successful today if you can do these three things. Let's start down at the bottom step. The bottom step says you will identify a two-digit number and write it in digit and word form. Your next step to success will be to represent a two-digit number using a group of materials or a collection of materials. And the third step to success today is to count the collection for a two-digit number using your knowledge of skip counting. So counting in tens and counting in ones.
Hello, in this video you will learn how to represent or show the two-digit number 52. 52 means 50 and 2. 52 can be found on the 100 board. It comes after 51 and before 53. What does 52 mean? It means 50 and 2. I'll show you. First I'll count a collection of 52 beans. 1, 2, 50, 51, 52. Here are 52 beans. Is it easy to tell there are 52 in this collection? I don't think so. So I'm going to break up the collection into parts. This is called partitioning. I will bundle the collection into groups of 10. I could put these groups into Ziploc bags, but for the moment I don't need to. I have 5 groups of 10 beans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 beans left. Just to check that I have 52 beans, I'll count them in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I can use counting or count on to get the total. 50, 51, 52. Now I'll make the number symbol for 52 using folded cards. Here are my 5 groups of 10 or 50 beans. Here is the folded card that says 50. Here are the 2 leftover beans. And here is the folded card for 2. If I join the 52 beans together, I have my folded card that says 50, and I can overlap the folded card that says 2. 52. Now I'll find the number word for 52. Here is the number word for 50. And here is the number word for 2. This little symbol is called a hyphen. The hyphen joins words together to make a new word and a new number, 52.
Now, up in the corner it says I do, because I will demonstrate how to represent a 2-digit number. I have chosen the number 41. Now I've put a circle around the number 41. Have a look at the number that is before 41. It is 40. And what is the number that's after 41? Here it is, 42. Now 41 just means 40 and 1. Now watch how I have bundled this into one big collection. I counted out 41 beans. This is how I write the number 41. I wrote it with the number 4 and a 1. The 4 means 40 and the 1 means 1. Now, watch how I have bundled the collection into groups of 10 or bundles of 10. So I put 10 beans in one group, 10 beans in this group, 10 beans in this group, and another 10 beans in this group. And then I had 1 bean left over. Now when I count my beans, I use my knowledge of skip counting in tens, and we've been learning how to do that in our other lessons. So I count in tens, 10, 20, 30, 40. I have 1 left over, so I have to change my counting back to counting in ones. Now I've got 41. When I write the number in words, I will use a hyphen. A hyphen looks like this. Hyphens let you join words together to make new words. 40, just like we started our number 41 over here with a 4. The 4 means 40, and 1 for our one little bean that was left all alone. 41. Now, up in the corner it says we do. We're going to do one together. I want you to find the number 26 on the hundreds board. Tell me, what is the number that comes before 26? That's right, it's 25. And what's the number that comes after 26? Yes, 27. Now I want you to find something at home that you can use to represent your number. You might use pasta or some jelly beans. You might use pencils or something like that to make 26. Pause the video so you can go and get those things now. Welcome back. Now I would like you to make a collection of your 26 objects. I've used jelly beans. Here are my 26 jelly beans. Now I want you to write the number 26. Think about how we write 20 and how we write 6. That's right, we write it with a 2 and a 6. Now I'm going to partition the collection into tens and ones by bundling them into groups of 10. Together we will skip count the bundles in 10 and use counting or count on for the ones. So there's one group of 10, so we have 10. Another group of 10 makes 20. 10, 20. Now for the rest of the jelly beans we have to change our counting to counting in ones. So we've got 20 jelly beans so far. Now we've got 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We have 2 lots of 10, which is 20, and we have 6 ones. 20 and 6 is 26. Now I want you to write the 2-digit number in words using a hyphen. When we write 20, we spell it T-W-E-N-T-Y. Then we put our hyphen, and spelling number 6 is really easy. We can sound it out S-I-X, S-I-X, and we've got the number word 26. Great job, everybody. Now it's your turn to represent a 2-digit number in different ways. You are going to need your scrapbook to do this activity. First thing you need to do is choose a 2-digit number from the hundreds board and write it in your scrapbook. You might choose the number 42. You might choose 59. You could even choose 93. You can choose this time. Then I want you to have a go at writing the 2-digit number in words in your scrapbook. Don't forget to use a hyphen. The next thing I want you to do is to draw your collection in groups of tens and ones. So you could draw jelly beans, pencils, you could even draw our little MAB blocks. It's your choice. Draw your collection in groups of tens and ones now. Now when you finish that number, you can do the same thing with another 2-digit number that you choose. You could choose a different number every time and have a go at trying to draw it as a number, as a word, and drawing it in groups of tens and ones. Now, let's go back and reflect and review what we've been learning today. We need to remember that when I count a collection of objects, I put them in groups of tens to make it easier and quicker to count it. It's much easier to count 97 jelly beans if you put them into groups of tens. When I count the collection of objects, I use skip counting in tens and ones. That's much quicker than counting just in ones. I also need to remember that when I write a two-digit number, I write the tens number first and then the ones, like in the number 72. We write the 7 first for 70 and then the 2 for 2. And when I write a two-digit number word, I use a hyphen between the tens and the ones. So if I'm writing the number word for 72, I have to put a hyphen in between 70 and 2. Those are all the really important things you need to remember that we learnt in our lesson today. If you can remember those things, then you have been successful in your learning today. Now take a minute now to go back and think, reflect and review. What did you learn today? Did you learn to partition two-digit numbers into tens and ones? How do you know if you were successful? Think back to our steps for success. Did you use skip counting to count your tens and ones collection? Did you put the collection into groups of tens and ones to make it easier and quicker to do your skip counting? Did you remember to write the numbers and the number words and make sure that you put a hyphen in your number word? If you can remember all of those things, then you have been successful in your learning today. The last thing we're going to think about is, why was the learning goal important? Well, that's really a really good question, because it's really important that you are able to partition and count your collections for your numbers into tens and ones, because it makes it so much easier when you're counting objects. If I had 97 pencils, it would take me a really long time to count them all, and I might get muddled up. But if I partition them into groups of 10 and then use my skip counting in tens, then it's much easier for me to count the pencils. Now we've got a little bit of extra practice. This activity sheet is in your booklet that you picked up from school, or your mum and dad might have printed this booklet out at home for you. Now you can find this page in your booklet, and you're going to complete it after we have a little bit of extra practice together. Now, the first number that we're going to look at, I've already partitioned them into a collection of tens and ones. I've used my MABs for this one. We've used these ones in class before. That we know that a big long stick of MABs is called a 10. We know that they are 10 little MAB blocks all joined together. So I've got 1 there already. Now I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I wonder if you know how much I've got if I've got 6 lots of 10. Now I've got some MAB1s. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 10s and 4 1s. I wonder if you know what that equals. You can use your skip counting to help you. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And then your 4 1s, 60 and 4. What would 60 and 4 be? That's right, 64. The next one, I've used bundles of paddle pop sticks. There are 10 paddle pop sticks in each bundle and they have a rubber band around them. Now there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, they changed. I had 3 bundles of 10 and now they've changed into 1s. Now I've only got 1 paddle pop stick in each group. So I've got my 3 bundles of 10 and so far I've got 2 1s. Now I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 3 bundles of 10 and 8 1s. I wonder if you know how much that makes. 3 lots of 10. Well, you can use your skip counting to help you. 10, 20, 30. There are 30 in the 3 bundles of 10, and then you've got 8 1s by themselves. You've got 30 and 8. 30 and 8 makes 38. Well done. Now you can complete your activity sheet in your book now. I have also included a little fun activity for you to complete in your booklet now. These are our folded cards that you would have seen in the little video that you watched earlier in the lesson. You can cut them out around the dotted lines and you can fold them on the solid line where it tells you to fold. And then you can practice counting in 10s. And then you can practice putting another number over the top like it shows you with the green arrow in the picture, and you can make your own 2-digit numbers. And you might like to practice making your own 2-digit numbers, writing them as a word with a hyphen, or drawing a collection of them. Have fun, everybody, and if you would like to send a photo of your hard work to your teacher, you can do that on Class Dojo. We love seeing all the wonderful work you've been doing at home. Have fun!